events from coast to coast and around the world. It's time for another weekly events update. This week we have a live edition of the update. We've got Carl calling in from sunny Southern California today. We're going to talk a little about what's going on in the warehousing world over there and a little bit of what else is going on in the supply chain industry events wise this week, this month, and kind of this quarter. So, Carl, take a moment and introduce the good folks to yourself a little bit, you know, what you're all about, and I'll start pulling up some visuals while you do that.
Perfect. Happy Monday to you all. It's Monday the 17th. My name is Carl Neverman. I am a Vice President of Strategic Solutions for a company called National Express.
Okay.
President, humbled to be the president of the DMA, which is Distribution Management Association. I've been in the industry for over 40 years. I'm not retired yet because I enjoy doing what I'm doing. I craft solutions for people. I try to put myself in their shoes and develop strategies to help their business and make them become heroes in front of their leadership.
Okay.
That's me.
Excellent. Excellent. How's the weather today there in the greater LA area?
I believe it's supposed to be in the low 90s, but that's okay. It's better than being in other parts of the U.S. where they're getting torrential rainfalls.
Yeah, and here in Dallas, the forecast calls for a high of 102. Tomorrow's
Ooh.
104, next day's 104, next day's 103, next day's 103. Wow. We are in the heat of summer here in Texas, folks.
Ouch.
Ouch, yeah. All right, well, let's talk a little bit more about DMA specifically. You know, you've been part of this association for a while. Tell us a little bit about what it's all about and what you all do there.
Yeah, so DMA was started probably 40 years ago, and we're a trade association, but we like to say we're not just another trade association. We're a community that acts like family. We have meetings that are set up regularly. We share practical advice, referrals, hands-on support, and we make a real difference in the business for our members. We learn from each other. We have seasoned professionals that share hard-won wisdom and actionable strategies to help improve operations in their business. We're genuinely connected. The relationships go beyond just networking. They become trusted partnership and friendship. So it's really a community where people help each other. They mentor each other. They show them the way to be better individuals, better work associates, and better leaders in their organization. It's been great. I've been a member for probably close to 30 years, and
Wow.
we help those in need. We help the individuals, the audience, the members, the non-members, and then we help charitable organizations for those that are less fortunate than ourselves.
All right. That sounds awesome and really cool to hear that you've been part of that for so long. You clearly know your way around the association there. Well, this particular chat that we're having here today is focused on events. So it looks like you all keep a pretty healthy events calendar. And of course, we want to kind of jump over into the annual conference, but just kind of tell us about what your events are like. It looks like you've got a cruise tour of the port coming up soon.
We do. This Wednesday, we always do a port tour. We switch between Port of LA and Port of Long Beach. Very gracious individuals over there that provide us knowledge of what's going on the ports, and being LA Long Beach is the busiest port in the world. So it's always really educational and informative. We've had tours of Walmart. We've had tours of Nike. We've had tours of some name brand organizations, their distribution centers. We've had real estate updates. We've had security, just a plethora of different topics that are relevant and appropriate for the 3PL world, the BCO world, or cargo owners, and everything that's involved with warehousing and distribution and transportation.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. let's double click on the fourth annual Supply Chain Summit and Expo. So, given your history with DMA, you were there for the first one. So, tell us a little bit about, I guess, what is the intention or the mission of the summit, and what can people expect if they are attending or sponsoring?
They can expect a great event, period. But beyond that, great opportunities for networking, for sharing experiences with the other attendees. We've got Steve Muliak, who has testified. I'm sorry, Steve is a robotic specialist and AI specialist. He's done a lot of robotic pilots and driven labor standards and with multi-million-dollar organizations. And he's very familiar with DC operations, and he adds a lot of value to the companies he works for. And he's flying in to speak to us again this year.
Okay.
And he had resounding accolades from his presentation last year. We also have Kathy Lozano, who talks about retention crisis in the warehousing and distribution industry, how you can retain your customers, what to do, what they're looking for, how you can make them happy, treat them with respect and dignity. We also have Scott Cornell, who has testified to Congress. He works with FBI, he works with Highway Patrol, law enforcement of many different areas, Coast Guard, with individuals being extremely smart around the world in cargo theft. They're saying a 600% increase in 86 over 85. I'm sorry, 26 over 25. He brings a lot of intelligence on what to do, how to avoid, things to look out for, because the bad guys are extremely intelligent, creative, and changing their ways to steal cargo. Mm-hmm. We also have Dave Harlow, who's going to talk about customs and trade barriers and FTZ and tariffs. Then we've recently have another individual that's from Riverside, California, who's going to talk more about the economic world of what's expected in Southern California in general, and specifically more in the Inland Empire, talk about regulations, talk about many things that are important to the industry, individuals that are members and non-members, and who enjoy the relationship they have with DMA.
Excellent. Thanks for the overview. The one name that I don't see on that list, and it's okay, is my own, because I'm going to be joining you all to be the MC of the event, I believe, that day. So I'll be up there kind of helping keep the train on the tracks and make sure that the event moves forward smoothly, and maybe throw in some jokes in there, talk about the weather, all the little small things that help make sure, a day-long summit like this moves forward smoothly. It looks like there's an expo area associated with the summit as well.
We will. We have tables set up for individuals showing their goods and educating people on different elements of warehousing and distribution. And by the way, Nathan, that was intentional, because why should I speak on someone who is a subject matter expert on doing events like this and being the MC? So apologies, but you're a better person to talk about yourself than I am.
It's all good. It's all good. I don't do it for the fame and riches, It's a fun thing to do. Anytime there are people talking about supply chain and logistics, I pretty much want to be there with a microphone and a camera. So it's just, it's just kind of, it's the thing that I do. It's what I enjoy most about what I do.
And we're thankful you'll be here.
I'm looking forward to it. Let's take a quick look at just what else is going on in the world in logistics and supply chain events. Shout out to Newport and to TACT for supporting the calendar of events this week. Actually, I'm looking at the wrong time. I was fast forwarding and taking a look to see where this event pops up, and we do have it here on the overall events calendar. But let's go take a quick shift over here and look at what's going on this week. instead. This is on the Supply Chain website, supplychain.com/events. So this week we've got a handful of symposiums and conferences. The NTTC is the National Tank Truck a council, I believe that's it. So this is all your big tanker folks getting together in North Canton, probably Ohio is my guess. The good folks at ZMark are putting on an event outside of Newark at a Top Golf, and this is their Drive for Accuracy event series. We've got a couple of other events. I would call attention to our third Thursday Supply Chain Social Club event that we put on. This one is virtual, and it is at about this time of day that we're talking right now. And we do that on purpose because we have people from the other side of the Atlantic Ocean join in. So we regularly have people throughout Europe, Middle East, and Africa join in as well. So this is truly a global supply chain networking conference. And we hosted that at the Supply Chain Social Club, which is a really cool interface if you haven't experienced it already. Otherwise, there's a few other things coming up here in the near future. I would encourage you to go take a look at the Supply Chain website to go see more about that. And then just a quick stop on where I'm heading next. Just this week, I got confirmation that I'm going to cover the National Defense Transportation Association's Texas Regional Meeting taking place at Fort Hood here in Texas. That is one of the logistics epicenters for the Army. It's where they kind of like gear up and deploy. I expect to see lots of interesting and cool military scenes there while covering that event. Then to Chicago for Clio's user conference, Clio Connect, Intralogistics here in my own backyard in Dallas. And then, of course, we've got the DMA like we're talking. We've got a few more things here on the schedule, but we don't need to talk about all of them here today. So I appreciate you coming on, Carl, and spending a little bit of time to talk to us about DMA and also the upcoming Expo and Summit. Any last words before we close out for today?
I would say thank you very much, Nathan. I would say it's extremely affordable for the ROI you do spend a day out of the office, but what you get out of it is going to be miles ahead of any dollars you're spending on that nominal, minimal expense to attend. Great opportunity to network, hang around with people that know the industry, that are in the industry, and should be a great day for you to attend. So thanks. We look forward to more people signing up.
All right. Excellent. Looking forward to it, and have a great rest of the week, Carl.
Super. Thank you. Appreciate it, Nathan.